channel, I'm Nisi. The time is finally here, you guys. The day has finally come for so freaking long. You guys have been asking and sometimes demanding that I listen to Gracie Abrams, but we just have not had the time, you guys. We just haven't had the time. We're finally here to finally get into it and to see what all the threats were about. Gracie Abrams is one of those artists that, of course, I have heard her name countless of times, over and over and over again, and I see her all over social media. I see so many people who use her songs as clips for their videos, but I have intentionally never listened to a single one of her songs because I knew that one day we'd be sitting down here to do it together. So I've been depriving myself of all the hype that I've heard about this girl for you guys. You're welcome. And the hype has been unbelievable. I've heard some people say that this is our next Taylor Swift. And like, how much higher can the hype get? I have nothing to do with that. That is not my conversation to have. Clairbo and Nothing New taught me that I have nothing to say about this. I will not be a part of that conversation. I'm here to listen to Gracie Abrams as she is and to appreciate whatever this is that she's about to give me. But the fact that Taylor Swift herself has been like, oh, this girl's cunt, it's interesting. It's very interesting to me. So without further ado, I say we just go ahead and jump right in. If you guys end up liking me and liking this reaction video by the end, I really hope that you guys will consider hitting that subscribe button. We would love to have you along for this journey. And there are so many other artists that everyone knows and that everyone loves and that they have so much hype around their names, and I still have not gotten into them at all. So, I mean, if you want to be a part of that, stick around, I guess. Welcome to Minor, you guys. This is the Gracie Abrams project that we are going to be getting into for today. Now, usually, when I am getting into a new artist for the first time, I typically skip over their EPs and just jump straight to the studio albums. But with Gracie Abrams, apparently, her EPs are so freaking popular that I just knew that I would get jumped if I tried to skip them. I just freaking knew it. So I was like, let me go ahead and start with this. So my Patreon told me to start with Minor. Let's review the track list like we typically do. There are 7 songs here. This is about 20 minutes. Y'all know I'm gonna make this a lot longer. That's basically what we got going on here. Out of all 7 of these, like I said, I have not heard any of these, but the title of I Miss You, I'm Sorry is familiar because I think that later on she came out with another song called I Love You, I'm Sorry. Right? And I think that that's the song that I've been seeing everyone circulate on social media. I think it's that song, but I could be very, very wrong. There is a song that she has, you guys, that I cannot escape from. So many people keep on clipping it over and over and over again. I'm telling you, it's like, I was the first and you were the last. We got in the crash and that made it worse. But I've never heard I Miss You, I'm Sorry. So this will be very interesting. I don't know. I say we go ahead and get into this, guys. Minor is an interesting title. I think she was around like 20 when she released this. So I feel like maybe a lot of these songs were written when she was like a teen or something, or when she was like really young. So I feel like it's gonna explore the themes of being young. All right, we're gonna get into the first track, which is called Friends, guys. I'm so excited for this. My first Gracie Abrams song. Let's do this.
Pictures of the old us got me feeling older.
Come on.
Just thought you should know I never wanted closure.
That's so real.
We had no problem leaving. I just can't believe you don't know what I'm feeling. Guess you got the best of this.
Hey.
Picking up the pieces, you just wanna leave them, killing me a little bit.
Oh, I like the melody.
And I hate the way you love me.
Ooh.
And I hate that I still care. How could you think I'd be your friend?
Well, yeah, it's always like that. Ooh. That sound? Okay, first of all, I know we just started. We're kind of getting the sense this is a breakup. This is a relationship that is now over. She was not ready for this to be over. And he's already kind of just like picked up the pieces, moved on, and gotten to the point where he feels like we should be cool. Like we should just be friends. And she's kind of like, how do you think that we could do that? Like after everything that we've done, after everything that we've had, how are you just so ready to just pick up the pieces and move on? I'm not. I didn't even want closure. That's kind of the sense that I'm getting so far. She has a voice. Her voice is really nice. It's soothing. It's gentle. It's like something about it feels very kind of like girlfriend. I don't know how to explain it, but it feels kind of like my friend is speaking to me, the way that she sings, the way that she narrates it, kind of just feels like my friend is speaking to me. And she has kind of like this trill in her voice that I don't know how to explain. When she said some particular line and her voice was kind of like doing this vibrating thing, and it was interesting. Yeah, like, but you had no problem leaving. Now I'm the one to feel it. I just can't believe you don't know what I'm feeling. Guess you got the best of this. Yeah, like, he's already ready to just like pick up, pack it up, move on, just be like, okay, all right, on to the, we can be friends, right? We're cool, right? No, mother effer.
Sure you're doing fine, but I don't want to hear it.
Right, no, like, exactly.
And if I left my t-shirt, you can keep it.
Hey,
You don't know what
I love the melody of this
guess
part.
you got the best of this. Picking up the pieces, you just want to leave them, killing me a little bit.
You just want to leave them.
Funny how you feel like we would ever talk again. How could you think I'd be bad?
Ooh, cut it there.
Problem leaving. And I hate the way you love me.
Ooh,
And I hate that I still care.
I love how gentle this is.
How could you think I'd be your friend?
Ooh, and I love how it drowns out there at the end. It's just her voice closing it. How could you think I'd be your friend? Yeah, this is a very relatable song. Picking up the pieces, you just want to leave them. I really like that line. Because it's more than the relationship is over now and you and I are going our separate ways. That's already one pain that you have to deal with, the fact that it's over in general. But then it's like adding insult to injury, the fact that it seems like he didn't have to do any sort of processing. It's almost like he's ready to just forget, which is the problem. I'm over here picking up the pieces and you just want to leave them. Like it never even mattered at all to you. There's no sort of processing that you're doing, no sort of grieving that you're doing. That's why they say that the opposite of love is actually not hate, it's indifference. Because when you hate something, at least it's saying that you have some sort of strong passion towards it. You have some sort of really deep care about it in order for you to get so upset. But someone who doesn't care about anything at all, it almost feels worse because it's like you have no emotion attached to this at all. So it's like you're not even trying to burn. You could have burned the pieces. You could have picked them up and threw them away, but you just left them there. It's like it meant nothing to you at all. That almost hurts worse. So I really, really like that line. Yeah. This was a good start. I like the melody that she used. I like the melody that she used, how gentle it was. And like I said, there's this certain quality about her voice that's just very much like, it felt like a friend was talking to me. And I don't know why. I don't know if it's because her voice is really youthful or just her style of singing. I don't know. But it just felt like a friend was talking to me, which is so interesting because the song is called Friend, which I don't know why. I don't know why it just worked out that way. Now we'll see where we go from here. Let's do 21. Come on.
I missed your 21st birthday. I've been a bed on. Almost tried to call you. Don't know if I should. Hate to picture you half drunk, happy. Hate to think you went out without me. I still haven't heard from your family, but you said your mom always loved me.
Oh, that hurts.
Sometimes I go blurry-eyed. I see the look in your eye and I'm biting my tongue. You'll be the love of my life when I was young. When the night is over, don't call me up, I'm already under. I get a little
Up under.
Sometimes and I miss you again.
Wait, don't call me up, I'm already under. I think there was another song on this track list too. Something called like over, under, over, something like that. That's like really interesting. I'm still trying to figure out what she means by that. Don't call me up, I'm already under. I'm not 100% sure what that means. But in this first verse, it kind of seems like she's just exploring all the negative emotions that come with no longer being with someone. Like, I miss your 21st birthday. I've been up at home, almost try to call you, don't know if I should. So almost like just the realization that when you're no longer with a person and their life continues to go on and you're no longer a part of that anymore. Oh my God, I still haven't heard from your family, but you said your mom always loved me. Something about that hit me. Something about that hit. Just like when you have so much emotions for a person, and it's like your lives become interwoven to the point where it's like, you know, your family loves me too, and then you get to the point where it's like none of us speak anymore. They never reach out to me. And it's such a sadness there. Like the fact that she brought in his family kind of ties to how much she thought about the future of them. Something about that is just all so sad. You'd be the love of my life when I was young. I don't know, it just kind of feels like so what if. It feels so much like, oh my gosh, like this could have been in another life.
Just because you're hurting doesn't mean I'm not. If it doesn't go away by the time I turn 30, I made a mistake and I'll tell you I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm already under. I get a little bit alone sometimes and I miss you again. I'll be the love of your life inside your head.
This song is interesting because I think I've made a revelation. Now listening to that second verse, I think that she's saying that she ended this relationship. That's what I think is like happening here. I could be wrong. I could be very, very wrong. But she said, just because you're hurting doesn't mean I'm not. And something about that makes me think that she's kind of saying, like, I know that you're hurting because this relationship is over, maybe because I'm the one who ended it, but that doesn't mean that I'm not hurting either. I'm hurt as well that this relationship is over, even if I was the one that ended it. If it doesn't go away by the time I turn 30, I made a mistake and I'll tell you I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's why it kind of seems like she's saying that she might have been the one that ended it. And then when she goes into again saying like lights on and it's black and white, I couldn't stay forever. I couldn't stay in what we were doing because now the lights are on. I'm seeing something that I wasn't seeing before. And once the lights came on for me, I couldn't stay in this anymore. I see the look in your eye and I'm biting my tongue. So maybe like she wanted to end it, or there were some things that she needed to say, but she didn't know how to say it because she sees the look in his eyes. Like maybe he really, really loved her. And so like every time, you know, he looked at her with those eyes, she had to bite her tongue because she knew she needed to go, but maybe she didn't know how to do it. She didn't know how to rip the Band-Aid off maybe. You'd be the love of my life when I was young. So maybe that's her saying, I'm getting older now. I'm growing up and I'm maturing. So now I've gotten to the point where I realize that you're not the one for me, but maybe you would have been when I was young. I'll be the life and the love of your life inside of your head because you're still there in like that youthful age. Maybe the lights have not come on for you yet because you just turned 21. You guys tell me down in the comments if I'm onto something here. But that's interesting, like the way that she worded that, like never fully saying I was the one that walked away from this, and kind of just letting it be, just kind of like stating what she's feeling and just stating the circumstances and having us kind of put the pieces together as to what happened. It has this instrumental too that's kind of like punchy a little bit, kind of like a little beat going on there, and I don't know why, for some reason it was making me think of 21. I don't know, anytime I vision 21, I think about like going out to the clubs or something and like dancing or whatever because you're 21 now. And so something about having like the instrumental be kind of punchy, I don't know, it was reminding me of that. Probably has nothing to do with each other. But anyways, we're gonna move on to the next song, which is called Under Over. I'm very interested in this one because I'm like, what the heck does that mean? What are you talking about?
Funny when I think about the months that I could not get out of bed.
Ooh.
Going back and forth over the letters that I wrote but never sent. Swimming in the memories and floating in the deep end. How come you're not still in my head? I got, you got, we got too much time on our hands.
Well, sing it up there, Gracie.
Used to be so caught up in the things we had planned.
Hey.
I'm underwater, but I'm over you.
Oh, come on then.
Thought that I'd be good the day I took down all your pictures in my room.
Hey.
You're closing every door, but now I'm looking for an opening.
What,
Maybe I'm
Gracie?
just getting confused. I got, you got, we got too much time on our hands. over you.
Wow. Ooh. Ooh. This song is very interestingly produced. I really like that. I really like the sound of this song. I like the way that she was singing on it, how smooth it was. I really, really liked it, especially with, I don't know, her saying underwater. I'm just like, I'm imagining like a body of water, like some sort of river or something, and the way that it sounds going along with it, I love that. The outro just is these sounds that I don't even know how to explain, like the vocal delivery, all of it, I really, really liked that, along with the concept of this as well. So this entire song is contradicting itself, which I like, because, you know, she literally said there are so many feelings that I don't understand. And that's what it's like in a breakup. You go in and out of things and all over the place, and everything is changing, and the healing process is just not linear. You go through so much. You know, one day you're like, oh, I'm so over it. I'm so over him. We are back outside. We're back to these streets. And then the next day you see him at a grocery store and you're just like, but this whole situation is so effed up because why did he do this? And I hate him. It's this constant thing. And so in the first verse, she sounds like she's found healing. Like she said, it's funny when I think about the months that I could not get out of bed. Like she's looking back on the times when she was sad, and she was just like, man, that is funny how down bad I was. Now, how come you're still not in my head? You know, like I've reached this place of healing. You're not in my head anymore. I don't even think about it. I'm not chasing feelings that I don't understand. Like I'm good. I'm underwater, but I'm over you. But then the second verse, she's saying, I think about you constantly, which is a direct contradiction to what she said in the first verse. Maybe I'm just getting confused. I'm still chasing feelings that I don't understand. A direct contradiction to what she said in the first verse. Just kind of going through the crazy like back and forth and things that you go through, the evolution of feelings. I'm underwater. Am I over you? That's so interesting. She keeps on saying I'm underwater. I don't know necessarily what underwater means. Maybe she's still not in the greatest place in life. Maybe there are other things that are going on, other things in the world that she is like in her head about. So maybe that's what she means by underwater. But in the first verse, she was like, I may be underwater, but I am over you. Like that is something that I've gotten through. And then at the end of the song, she's like, I'm underwater, and I'm also not sure if I'm over you or not. I really like that song. I really like the way it's worded. Like I said, I like the sound of this song. I like how there was like a cadence in the way that she was singing. She was almost out here rapping, girl. Get Gracie a gold chain. I like how she also like started singing a little bit higher, and it made it kind of like very smooth and sensual, and I liked it. I really, really like this song. This might be actually my favorite so far. We can move on to the next one, which is called Tehe. This one also interests me because Tehe is just an interesting, I don't know how you make that into a song. I don't know fully what that means, but I think that Tehe is kind of like when you're like, Tehe, you know, it's kind of like something that you do when you feel kind of giddy or like a little awkward, you know, like Tehe, I don't know. So I don't know how we're about to make this into a song.
We played grown up. Drowned in bathtubs.
This does not sound like Tehe, girl. This is sad.
Never opened up, and I never said enough.
Same.
Now I know it wasn't right.
Hey.
We pretended to hold it, went quiet, and we blamed it on the time.
We broke it when silent.
Angry mornings, but you never let me in. So I stopped wanting it. Kept bending every rule till all of me was yours, and pushing things aside, but nothing ever worked. Now I know it wasn't right, and we blamed it on the time, and we broke it.
I love that. Really, really like the wording of this song. The like writing is really good. The way that she wrote this, the way that she's articulating this. Like, this is about a relationship that she realized is it's a relationship that's over, and she realized that it's a good thing that it is. And it seems like they never really opened up to each other. It seems like they didn't really have good communication. We broke it when silent. Like our silence, us not sharing the things that were really going on in our mind and in our hearts, us not talking about what was actually going wrong and just burying things under the rug, was how we broke it. Drowned in bathtubs. I don't know why that has me thinking of like underwater. It's a lot of like drowning references going on here. Thunder warning, should have called it. This song I feel like could pair well with either the first or the second song. Those were two different types of breakups that she was talking about. But this song could relate to like either one of those situations that she's talking about there. We blamed it on the time. I really like the wording of this. We blamed it on the time, and we broke it when silent. When she says that, the way that she articulates it, it sounds like timing. Basically saying that, oh, it just wasn't the right time. But actually, you guys just aren't compatible. It doesn't have anything to do with the timing that you guys were together. You're not compatible. You didn't open up to each other. There were things that you could have done in the relationship, maybe to have opened up, but you kept it silent. So it's kind of like she's talking about regrets here, because the problem wasn't the timing. The problem was that you guys didn't open up to each other, which is something actually that could have been changed. Like that was something that you could have prevented, because you could have opened up to each other. And that's why she's saying we broke it when silent. Like it didn't have to break. Our actions, the fact that we kept it silent is the thing that broke it.
Tearing every wall and breaking down the doors, kept bending every rule till all of me was yours.
I love that.
Pushing things aside, but nothing ever worked. On the time, and we broke it when silent.
Yeah, like I said, just things that like weren't talked about, weren't communicated, and that was how they broke it. And it sounds like she has regrets about that, because maybe it could have worked potentially, but you don't know why they weren't opening up to each other. Maybe they didn't make each other comfortable with feeling like they could. I don't know. So it kind of is that question of, was this something that maybe could have been prevented if you guys would have discovered that that was an issue that you had? Could you have just opened up more and been more vulnerable? And could that have made it work? Or is it that you guys weren't compatible and that's why you felt like you couldn't open up to that person? I really, really like this one. I really do. Have no idea why it's called Tehe. Absolutely no idea, no clue. This is the opposite of what I was expecting from a song called Tehe. But I really like that song. I really, really do. I like the idea of it. I like the sounds of it. I like the way that she was singing on it. I like the melodies. I really like the sound of it. It was very like gentle and soothing, but like very, very nice. We're gonna move on to I Miss You, I'm Sorry. This is the one that I've been very, very excited for, because like I said, I think that there's like a sequel. Well, I don't know if it's like a sequel, but there's a song called I Love You, I'm Sorry. So I'm interested for when we get to that, for us to see if there's any sort of like correlation between the two songs. So I'm very excited. Let's do this. Very depressing. Ooh.
Do you remember happy together? I do. Don't you?
Well, yes.
Said forever, in the end I fought it. Please be honest, are we better for it? Thought you'd hate me, but instead you called and said I miss you. I caught it. Good to
I
each
caught
other.
it.
Give it the summer, I'm still confused. You said forever and I almost bought it.
I like how this part builds.
I miss fighting in your old apartment. Breaking dishes when you're disappointed.
You breaking dishes?
I still love you, I promise, but I miss you. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. Bring it all in. shining.
Everywhere I go leads me back to you.
Wow. I really like how in this song, there are so many lines that she repeats, like more than once. And yet the title of the song is I Miss You, I'm Sorry. And she only says that one time. I think it's because that's the line that carries the most weight. When she says that, everything just like comes to a stop. It's like that line holds so much gravity, and it's because she built up to it so much. But there's so much in this song. Like looking at the lyrics, there is so much that is being discussed, so many different feelings that are being explored, and some of this I kind of feel like could tie back to songs that we've heard before. Do you remember Happy Together? I do, don't you? That kind of reminds me of the first song, like wondering if this person even remembers this, and if wondering if this person remembers how happy you guys were together. That reminds me of Friends. And then You Said Forever, and in the end I fought it. Please be honest, are we better for it? And that I'm kind of wondering, I'm like, when you say that you fought the term forever, do you mean that you were the one who ended things? Like in the other song, how I felt like maybe she could have ended things? Or is she saying that maybe she self-sabotaged it? Like she heard forever and like she was almost fighting that in a way of like self-sabotaging, even though maybe she wanted forever, but she was like fighting the idea of it. But then saying, please be honest, are we better for it? Like, are we better for the fact that forever didn't actually happen? Thought you'd hate me, but instead you called and said, I missed you. I caught it. Again, it was kind of making me think about that song where she was saying, like, that person was still attached, but she was the one where maybe she was the one who ended it. So is that what she means by I thought that you'd hate me, but instead you called and said, I missed you? I don't know. It was taking me back to that. I'm Still Confused was taking me to like Over Under, or was that song Under Over? Whatever that song is, the I'm still confused, like I'm still fighting feelings that I don't understand. I miss fighting in your old apartment. When it gets to the point where you miss even the negative things, it's not even the positive stuff that you miss fighting. You miss the breaking of the dishes. Like, girl, that's how you know. That's how you know we're effed. That's how you know. I still love you, I promise. Something about that is like so sad. Having that attachment and not knowing how to detach. I don't want to go think I'll make it worse. Everything I know brings me back to us. And then just like saying that over and over and over again. And then the other lines are coming in and intertwining. It's just like this big rush where I kind of feel like it just feels like what a breakup is, and it's an emotional whirlwind of so many different feelings that you're feeling all together and all at the same time, over and over and over again. So many questions over and over again, so many things that linger, and I like that because I feel like it explores that, which it's just so real. It's so true. I really, really like that song. I can totally see how people like really clung to that one, and why there might be like a second one that kind of explores something like that. I don't know how I was the first and you were the last. We got to crash ties into all that, but there's that. All right, guys, we're going to move on to the next song, which is called Long Sleeves.
Packing while you're asleep. You were the catalyst. I don't know what it is about how you breathe. All them but me.
God.
All them but me. And if you hear me leaving in the morning,
Well, come on.
could you just pretend that it was only when, even if I want to, got a lot to work through. You don't know where I've been. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming.
Her voice,
It's been a long time coming.
the way it carries emotion.
I wore long sleeves. I fought till you tethered me. Swept under surfaces, never enough of it. If you hear me leaving in the morning, could you please pretend that it was only wind? I've been
Now, Gracie girl,
It's been a long time coming.
you shut the fuck up.
Coming down, I'm coming down.
Again, the instrumentation just drowning out and leaving just her voice for the final lines. Girl, it's something about the instrumentation that she uses and also the way that she sings and the melodies that really, really make you feel the emotion. She does this thing where she loves to have like her voice and the instrumental swell up during like a chorus or a pre-chorus. Things will start to swell, and something about that just makes you start really, really feeling and like really, really connecting to what's going on. And something about her voice too, the way that she sings, you just feel the devastation, you feel the sad girl energy, you just feel it in the way that she's singing it. It's so deep. But yeah, this kind of seems like packing while you're asleep. You were the catalyst. I don't know what it is about how you breathe. I want to be alone. Hate it when no one knows. So it seems like she just has a lot of things going on. She's very emotional about a lot of things. And it makes her feel like she can't love someone else. Either because she doesn't want to be vulnerable with that person, or like maybe she's just going through so much that she doesn't want to give anything of herself to anyone right now. Maybe she feels like she can't. Maybe she feels like she's not worthy of it. Like, you don't know where I've been. Like, I have so much to work through. You don't know the half of it. You don't know where I've been. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I've been dealing with. I can't love anyone right now. And she said that you were the catalyst. I don't know what it is about how you breathe. So like maybe something about you and something about the potential where this could go has triggered these emotions in me. Like maybe I was already dealing with a lot, but I kind of just buried it under the surface. But something about being with you and something about how you breathe and where we were going with this has like brought it all back to me in like a waves of crashing, and I just can't deal. And I don't know if this ties into that other song. It could, but the other song was, she was basically talking about how they broke it when silent because they wouldn't reveal parts of themselves to each other and because they wouldn't communicate. I don't know if these two are actually connected, but this could potentially be one of those things where it's like she doesn't really know how to communicate about those things. She said, hate it that no one knows. Like, you're not really revealing much of yourself. She also said you're good to everyone, all of them but me. So kind of like, maybe this guy was a jerk anyway. maybe we need to be packing the bags. Maybe it's okay that we can't stay here. And maybe it was the way that he's treating her. Like maybe the way that you're treating me is the thing that is the catalyst. I don't know. Say something sweet to me and never meant a thing. I'm used to the turbulence. So yeah, like this is a guy that's not really that great and is like putting her through a lot. And maybe these things are just triggering like a whirlwind of stuff in her mind, of things that she's going through and things that she's been bearing and all that other stuff. I wore long sleeves. Long sleeves, obviously, we all know what she's talking about there. She could also mean that it's just like emotional wounds that she's covering. Like, I wore long sleeves. I like to hide the things that I'm going through. I like to bury them under the rug. Could also mean that. Could mean it figuratively or literally. Either way, there is like a hiding of emotional turmoil going on there. I really liked this song. I loved the sound of it. It was really, really doing something to me. The way that she was singing it, it was really, really doing something for me. We're moving on to the last song, you guys, which is the title track for this EP called Minor. So I'm very excited to see what this is like. I'm wondering too if there's going to be a music element that's tied into it as well. Like maybe the song will be in minor It's been a long time since I've been in music class, y'all. Y'all know I played the violin, and as I told you, I sucked. So I probably won't even be able to tell what key this is even in. I probably won't even tell if this is in minor, but I have a feeling like it's going to be.
It may 3, I know, and I'll be home at some point past sundown. Cause traffic, you already know that.
Oh.
I'll put on a show if you just come over. I would drive all night to get to you.
Yeah.
But my curfew is early and mom's up at home.
Being a minor.
But you gotta understand I can't. Cause M-I-N-O-R, I'm minorly stuck.
Minorly
It's
stuck.
not your fault, just how things are. M-I-N-O-R.
Oh, she's pissed.
I'm all out of love.
Hey.
I grew up not far, but never been down here at this time. Your house is in Glendale or somewhere far.
Oh.
I would drive home, Dad's at the door.
Damn, you standing at the door?
From miles to get to you. But you gotta understand I can't. Cause
The way she whispers that, I like it. I like the beat here. It's like bassy. Oh, I really like how she was pushing her voice there at the end. The voice was really... No! This is my song, though. So, like, Taylor, let me listen to somebody else for 1 second! Fuck! Back to minor. So, I really like how she was pushing her voice there at the end. I really, really like how her voice was going there. Yeah, this song is kind of just like I was saying, about youth. Like the struggles of being a minor, the fact that there are certain things that you can't do and it's like completely out of your control. I like how she ties it to love here. I'm sorry, your house is like so far. I can't drive all the way out there. Like she's connecting it to this relationship that it sounds like she is either in or trying to pursue. But it's made hard because she's a freaking minor and like she has a curfew. She can't drive all the way out there. I don't know. I just kind of like the idea of tying that to like a relationship, exploring the fact that when you're young, there's like this certain autonomy that you don't have yet. Like you're starting to get that weird stage when you're a teen. You're starting to get grown-up feelings and grown-up desires, but you are still underneath the like authority of a child and having to deal with that. Somebody tell me if the song is in minor. Someone tell me if the key is in minor. I can't tell, but I feel like it probably is. That'd be really, really cool if it is. It's not your fault. It's just how things are. That was a cute way to end it because I think that this entire project is kind of exploring young themes. It's exploring love through like a young lens, which I find interesting. So yeah, I really like this song, closing it out. A song about youth. Makes so much sense. Well, guys, I've officially experienced my first ever Gracie Abrams project, Minor. And Minor was such an interesting and enjoyable listen. I really liked, like I said, how I feel like this album is kind of exploring love through the lens of someone who is really young. But Gracie has this sort of awareness of that. She has this awareness of the fact that she's young and that she doesn't handle things maybe in the best way because she is. I love how when you have songs like Under and Over, her talking about how like 1 second I'm over this and then 1 second I'm not, and kind of going through all the different phases that a breakup could take you through, but how that is accentuated by the fact that you are so young. And so you're dealing with all of it through the mind of someone who's young and your brain isn't yet developed. And so the breakups become messier than ever. Songs like Tehe and like not communicating right about certain things and about how your silence being the thing that leads to the end. And the way that all that just ties into the mind of someone who is young and who is learning and who is learning themselves and learning how to experience love. I think that all of that is just so interesting to have under the lens of Minor. And I really just enjoyed her vulnerability here. I enjoyed her pen, the way that she worded certain things and the way that she wrote certain things in like a bit of like a clever type of way. I really liked her voice. I like how raw her voice is and the little inflectuations that it has, the little things that she does where her voice just sounds so gentle and something about it just sounds so vulnerable, honestly. The way that she delivers it, it really did sound like a friend who is reaching out to you because they have something that they need to get off of their chest and that they need to say to you. That is literally what this project sounded like to me. I'm interested to see where things went from here because I really like her foundation so far, but I could totally see room for her to get even better. Like I said, I really enjoyed her pen and how she cleverly worded certain things, but I could totally see there being more potential for her to get even more experienced in the field of writing and in the way that she expresses herself. So I would be very interested to see how she evolved from here. But this was already a really good foundation to start off on, to be honest. I'm gonna give you guys my favorite tracks. My favorite tracks out of these were Under, Over, Tehe, I Miss You, I'm Sorry, and Long Sleeves. But yeah, guys, this was a very enjoyable listen, a very enjoyable project to get into. Enjoyable in the sad type of way. Enjoyable in the sad, we're in our feelings type of way, and I feel seen type of situation. Very relatable artist to get into. I could totally see how she has connected to so many people. Love that. Thank you guys so much for being here to experience this with me. Like I said before, hit that subscribe button if you want to be around for the rest of this Gracie Abrams journey. Let me know what you guys thought about these songs. Which one of these were your favorites? Which project are you interested the most in me getting into? Yeah, guys, just let me know your thoughts. I always love reading you guys' comments and your thoughts and your theories on things. Let me know extra context that I need for these songs. Thank you guys so much for being here with me, and I will see you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.